Management Now.
Today on Management Now,
We'll be talking about the corporate social responsibility issues in the workplace. Some of the topics that we discuss today are job discrimination, sexual harassment, management issues, and contractualization.
so what is job discrimination? Job discrimination is a form of discrimination based on race, sex, religion, national origin, physical or mental disability, and age by employers.
Direct discrimination is when someone is treated less favourably than someone else because of a protected characteristic.
Loads of work stuff gets talked about after work, over a drink. And I was brought up not to drink, so, I don't go to pubs.
I know she fits the spec, and I know you want to employ more women, but can we be practical for a moment? Now, I've got 2 of my best people off on maternity leave right now. 2. Now, the last thing I need is another woman who might go and get pregnant.
Indirect discrimination is when a rule or policy that applies to everyone puts a certain group at a disadvantage.
So, it looks like we all think the strongest candidate is...
The chap who's done a year at Foley's.
Leo Cohen.
Yeah, but we can't use him because of the Friday problem.
Well, it seems a shame not to be able to give him the job just because we have management meetings on Friday afternoons and he's asked to be able to get away early.
Oh, Friday evenings are important for Jewish people. I mean, at least he was upfront about it.
Yeah, but that's when the meetings are. We've tried other days, it just doesn't work.
Well, it seems a shame.
Well, it does. We can't change the whole system just to accommodate one junior manager. So, let's take another look at the guy with the engineering degree.
Discrimination by association is direct discrimination towards an individual because they are associated with someone who has a protected characteristic.
It was totally out of order saying something like that. Yes, my sister's gay, but he was implying all sorts of things. I want something done about it. There's a law against this now.
Harassment is unwanted conduct which has the purpose or effect of violating a person's dignity or creating an intimidating, degrading, humiliating or offensive environment.
There was quite a few times when he'd invite himself out to lunch with me, or he'd wait for me after work and hang around just so he could walk to the tube station with me. There wasn't really anything specific at first. He just wouldn't leave me alone. And we worked together, so, I tried to be nice to him, but, keep it professional, but I really didn't do anything to encourage him.
Victimization is where someone is treated badly because they have made or supported a complaint under the Equality Act.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tanya. I'm sorry I caused offence. Sorry that you're such a delicate and fragile creature that you fall apart the moment someone lets slip the occasional expletive. I mean, for goodness sake, did you really think this was the time to talk about this? When we're all under pressure to hit our targets? I can't believe you honestly thought that this was important enough to warrant a meeting. You need to take a long, hard look at your priorities, girl.
Discrimination by perception is direct discrimination of someone because others perceive them to have a protected characteristic, even if they don't.
She's young, she's free, she's good looking, but she never mentions men. And there's this girl, Jo, who calls her once, sometimes twice a day. Hello, this is Jo, is Hannah there? And you get the feeling like they're really close, and it makes you wonder.
In addition to our legal obligations, we all have a moral responsibility to make sure we behave in a way that does not create an intimidating, degrading, humiliating or offensive environment for the people around us.
What is sexual harassment?
verbal or physical behavior of a sexual nature, especially by a person in authority towards a subordinate. So, Dwight, what is your stand about sexual harassment?
For me, I am totally against sexual harassment because you're violating his or her work ethics and rights. That's all. Thank you.
So, what is contractualization? Contractualization or labor contractualization is the replacing of regular workers with temporary workers who can receive lower wages or benefits at all.
Kaugnay sa mga isyong isinusulong ng mga manggagawa ngayong Labor Day, makakausap natin si Attorney Sani Matula, Presidente ng Federation of Free Workers, live mula sa Mindiola. Magandang tanghali po, Attorney Matula. Si Rafi Tima po at live po kayo sa Balitang Hali.
Magandang umaga po. Magandang tanghali kasamang Rafi.
Kahapon po, binigyan nyo ng zero mark itong si Pangulong Noynoy Aquino at kaugnay dito sa mga sinusulong yung mga panukala. Ano po mga susunod yung hakbang?
Ibig sabihin na isang challenge yun para sa mga manggagawa na patuloy na mag-organisa para magkakaroon sila ng isang boses at isang lakas. So, ang mga manggagawa ay dapat mag-organisa sa union para makipag-collective bargaining sila sa kanilang mga employer na wala yung gobyerno. Kasi wala namang nagawa yung gobyerno, kaya sa palagay namin, pag-ibayuhin pa ng manggagawa ang mag-organisa ng kanilang sektor, mag-organisa ng kanilang mga empresa para magkaroon sila ng union at makipag-collective bargaining sa kanilang employer na direkta.
So, Attorney Matula, after nung dialogue with the President, inaasahan ba ninyo na magkakaroon pa ng pag-igting sa mga ganito, kilos protesta at...
Palagay ko,
yes.
Normal lang yun ang mga kilos protesta kasi freedom of expression yan ng mga manggagawa. At sa isang demokratikong lipunan ay tanggap yan at dapat nire-respeto yan. Sa kasalukuyan, tingnan natin na hindi masyadong napapakinggan ng pamahalaan yung mga manggagawa. Kaya siguro, isang challenge sa kanila na paigtingin pa na magkaroon sila ng lakas. Magkaroon sila ng representante hindi lamang sa loob ng pagawaan, kundi representante sa Kongreso o sa Senado. Kaya dito nga sa nagkaisa ay sinuportahan namin ang ilang mga senatorial candidate at party list para isaboses ang interes ng mga manggagawa.
Wala man daw aumento sa sahod, pinalawig naman daw po yung compensation benefits para sa mga empleyado. Reaction niyo po rito?
Palagay ko kinakailangan igiit pa ng mga manggagawa yung kanilang demand for salary wage increase through collective bargaining, through the regional tripartite wage board, o through the legislative process tulad ng Kongreso.
Panghuli na lamang po, ang sinasabi kasi ng Malacanang, binabalanse raw nila yung kagustuhan ng mga employees at of course yung mga employers. So may mga pag-aaral ho ba kayo na nagsasabing talagang dapat na tumaas yung aumento at talaga ng malaki naman yung kinikita nitong mga employers na ito?
Alam mo, Rapi, yung ating bansa ay umunlad 6.6% daw. Pero yung sahod hindi tumataas. Narinig ko kanina sa report ninyo, yung Asian Development Bank ay may report yung tagibang na sitwasyon ng mahihirap at mayayaman. At sa 2 dekada na ata, sabi ng Asian Development Bank ay mas lalong umiigting ang division between the rich and the poor. So yung mga mayaman ay lalong yumayaman at yung mahirap ay lalong bumabagsak, pababa. Kaya siguro, kinakailangan ng intervensyon ng gobyerno. Kung hindi kikilos ang gobyerno, ang mga manggagawa mismo ang kikilos na palakasin ang kanilang hanay.
Okay, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras, Attorney Matula.
Maraming salamat,
si Attorney Sani Matula, Presidente ng Federation of Free Workers.
That's it for our episode, The Management Now! May nadaan eh.
Contractualization or labor contractualization is the replacing of regular workers with temporary workers. So, contractualization, ala.
Teka lang. For me, ano sasabihin ko?
Because you will violate his or her.
Because you will violate his or her. For me, I'm totally...
So, video ka to. Priya.
Abs.